Let's talk about something real today. Let's talk about leadership. Not the kind that hides behind a title, and not the kind that barks orders from behind a desk, and definitely not the kind that shows up late, leaves early, and blames everyone else when things fall apart. I'm talking about real leadership, the kind that carries weight, the kind that inspires others to step up, the kind that changes teams, changes organizations, and yes, even changes lives. You see, everything rises and falls on leadership. That's what leadership expert John Maxwell said. And he's absolutely right. Because at the end of the day, people don't quit jobs, they quit managers. And they don't follow titles, they follow leaders. So, how do you become that kind of leader? How do you become the leader that people believe in and that people want to work for? Well, there's a simple formula that you can follow to be a better leader. It's called the 4 E's of responsible leadership. The 4 E's stands for equip, empower, enable, and encourage. Let's break these down. Number one, equip. This means to equip your employees for success. You cannot expect people to succeed if you don't give them the tools to win. Let me say it another way. You cannot expect success from the unequipped. Imagine sending a firefighter into a burning building with no gear, or a surgeon into an operating room without instruments. That's absurd, right? Perhaps unknowingly, leaders do this every day. They expect top tier performance from teams that don't have the right equipment, the right training, or the right support. And here's a hard truth: when you don't equip your people, you're not just setting them up to fail, you're telling them that they don't matter. Want to turn things around? Start asking questions. Ask your employees, what do you need to do your job better? What tools, training, or support are you missing? As your supervisor, how can I remove the friction? Asking these kinds of questions will give you the knowledge to begin to equip your team properly. When you equip your team, you're not just giving them tools, you're giving them confidence. Leaders who equip others are literally saying, I believe in you and I've got your back. Number two, empower your employees. Let me ask you this. Have you ever been told to get something done but weren't given the authority to make a single decision? It's pretty frustrating, it's demoralizing, and totally avoidable. Great leaders empower their teams. They give people the authority to act, the autonomy to own the results, and the trust to make big decisions. Because micromanagement doesn't build high performing teams, but rather, it builds burnout and resentment. Think about it. All decisions should be made at the lowest logical level. If your team can handle it, let them handle it. When I bring someone new onto the team, I trust them from day one until they show me that I can't. First, I define the mission, set the boundaries, and establish the goals. And then I get out of the way and let them do their job. My employees know they can come to me with questions, but they also know I expect them to take ownership. This is because the best teams don't need babysitters. They need belief, empowerment, authority, and autonomy. Number three, enable your employees. Equipping people is giving them tools, empowering is giving them authority, but what about enabling? That's clearing the path and setting the stage for success. It means removing the roadblocks, fixing broken processes, and making sure the system works with your people, not against them. Let me give you an example from my past. Long ago, my team were required to use an 18-page form to collect customer information when they sought technical advice. Can you imagine having to fill out an 18-page form filled with information just to get an answer from someone? It was a nightmare, both for my employees and for the customers. So we fixed it. I asked, how can we reduce this form to just one page? My team took charge and redesigned the form to only capture the minimum information necessary to start processing customer inquiries. With this simple change, suddenly productivity soared, morale improved, and customers were happier. Why? Because I helped to enable the team to succeed. Also, I didn't ask permission to do this, I just did it. Sometimes the enemy isn't laziness, it's inefficiency, it's bureaucracy. It's outdated systems that waste time and crush morale. If you want your team to win, you have to build the runway so they can take off. And that means auditing your processes, streamlining operations, eliminating friction, and reducing pain points. And here's another thing: enabling your people also means preparing them for what's next. No one wants to be stuck at a dead end job. When you mentor, coach, and invest in your team's future, you're enabling them to grow. Their future should matter to you just as much, if not more, than it matters to them. A real leader doesn't hoard talent. A real leader rises up the next generation. Number four, encourage your employees. The final E is the one that too many leaders forget. It's encouragement. Leadership isn't just strategy, it's emotional intelligence. It's listening, it's cheering, it's catching people doing something right. Because let's be honest, everyone's fighting a battle you don't see. And sometimes the difference between an employee giving up or giving their best is one word from their leader. You don't need to throw pizza parties or hand out bonuses every week, although those may help a little bit. But you do need to be intentional about encouraging your employees. Catch people doing great work and tell them. Celebrate small wins. Coach through failures, not shame. Tell people they're important and that what they do matters. Find out what drives your people, whether it's recognition, growth, creativity, or collaboration, and lean into it. At the end of the day, you should be the leader that your employees deserve. Leadership isn't easy, but it's worth it. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. It's not about barking orders, it's about building trust. It's not about being the smartest in the room, it's about bringing out the best in others. So I'll ask you this: are you equipping your team? Are you empowering them to take ownership? Are you enabling their success by removing obstacles? Are you encouraging them daily to be the best version of themselves? If no, today's the day to start, because leadership isn't a title, it's not a nameplate on the door. It's a responsibility and a privilege. Choose to lead well, choose to serve others, and choose to become the kind of leader who earns not just results, but respect. If this message hit home, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more bold leadership truths and drop a comment below. Which of the 4 E's are you working on right now?